S-400 triumph and India's shield in the sky. Why it is important and how it is relevant to this particular exam. Explore the capabilities and strategic significance of the geopolitical impact. It deters the regional adversities, especially with China and Pakistan. It was being used in Operation Sindoor, up to 400 km longest range capability with 40 N6 missiles. It is superior long range reach and unparalleled multi-target engagement capability that we have. Hi, welcome to SLNSIASACADEMY. My name is Siddesh and I'm a mentor and faculty here. And today we will be discussing about the most important and highly discussed the topic of these days. And this is going to be very interesting, and this plays a very crucial role in your syllabus as well. And this topic is nothing but S-400 triumph and India's shield in the sky. So this is one of the important the topics which has been discussed recently, especially after the Operation Sindoor. So so now let us briefly understand why it is important and how it is relevant to this particular exam, and what exactly the India's defense mechanism that is playing, or that is threatening our enemies. So yes. So let us explore the capabilities and strategic significance of the geopolitical impact. So S-400 missile system. So it is also known as Sudarshan Chakra actually. So Sudarshan Chakra, which was in the hands of Krishna. So we do call it as Sudarshan Chakra because of this capability and the capacity of this particular defense. And then this is one of the most world's advanced technology, and there is a long range surface to air missile which is being used. And so this is being brought from Russia, and we purchased recently from Russia, and in recently we got even the three Russian made S-400 deliver, and it replaced actually the earlier S-200 and S-300 system. And so the S-400 is something which is very advanced in nature, and which will certainly threaten our our neighboring countries, and so which is being definitely made to beat or to to safeguard our national or the integrity of the country and the sovereignty of the country, by ensuring that no external force is being put, by knowing the defense power of the Indian country. And yes, it is developed by Russia, as I told, from Almazante, the company, and India, acquired this in 2018, and significantly boosting the defensive, capability. And now you can see that here, this is the the S-400 mission, the tanker carrying the the technology here. And going forward, so we'll try to understand the key features of S-400 missile system. So what exactly the first and foremost feature that we are supposed to understand is, so it is extended range. So it detects targets up to 600 km, and it will engage and beat the target up to 400 kilometers. So it was definitely being made to hit the Pakistan, and this particular the defense mechanism literally threatens the Pakistan. And recently we were very proud to say that we used this in Pakistan, the Operation Sindoor, the post that assassination, some assassination of some people, and the tourist happened in the Kashmir Valley. So yes, and the second foremost the feature of this particular defense mechanism is multi-target engagement. So it tracks up to 300 targets and engages 36 simultaneously. So it can track nearly 300 targets at a time, and simultaneously it can neutralize 36 targets, and which is which will engage and which will try to neutralize at the air. And since it is a land to air defense, and which will definitely kind of a sky shield for the India kind of country. And missile versatility. So uses long, medium and short to medium range missiles for layered defense. So it will based on the layers. So based on the layers, maybe for layers refer to range. So we use the short or the long or the the medium to long range missiles based on the requirement, and that is being already used. And advanced radars are being used to intercept the the threats that India encounters with. It integrates the sophisticated radars like 91 N6E and 92 N6E for detecting the stealth aircraft and cruise missile and the UAVs, unarmed vehicles. And it has a high mobility which can, like, we can easily move anywhere, and we can quickly assemble, and we can hit the targets. So the rapid deployable and operational one, so we can quickly and rapidly deploy anywhere as per the requirement, and we can make it operational. And which has a high speed interception again, so it can intercept the target at the high speed up to Mach 14. And it has a 360-degree coverage, so it can the targets from all around the 360-degree can come to the radar, and it can neutralize all the targets that is possible at the range. So that is one of the very unique feature of this particular defense system. And the engagement envelope, so it intercepts the target from 10 meters to 30 kilometer altitude. So it can intercept target from 10 meters to around 30 kilometers, and it can go beyond around 30 kilometers to intercept and neutralize the targets. So that is the one of the, again, the very unique nature of this. And adaptability and networking, so it counters a wide array of aerial threats and integrates into broader air defense network. So it has really a very good the significant features, and which is making India more stronger by having S-400. So let us visualize this the technology, how exactly it works. So now this is the S-400 launcher, and from launcher it is being launched into different ranges. This is maybe a long range, and this is maybe short range. And there will be engagement radar, the radar which has a 360-degree the coverage, and then command center where the technical team sit and launches it, and the long range surveillance radar. So long range near beyond 30 kilometers of range can be covered by the long range surveillance radar. And when you launch this radars, it can neutralize any of the target. First it will detect the target and neutralize the threats up to 17,000 kilometers, and the speed is 70,000 kilometers per hour. And yes. So, and NATO reporting name as SA-21. So NATO is reporting this as a SA-21 Growler. So yes, these are the types of missiles that we are having. And so yeah, so Russian made, this is a long range surface to air missile. So it is being, as I told you, developed by Almaz Ante, and all the what do you call, the threats can be easily, and the targets can be neutralized, and the response with the response time of 90 to 10 seconds. Yes. Going forward. Yes, so let us understand a bit briefly about what exactly the advanced phased array and what do you call, panoramic radar first, that is 360-degree coverage. So first this is called as a big bird or tombstone radar, and where it can look at to 360-degree view, and it can cover all the all the possible ranges that is possible, and it protects against the aircraft drones. Okay, operational role of the and the strategic coverage of S-400 is it protects against aircraft, drone which includes the UAVs also, and unmanned aerial vehicles, and ballistic missiles and smart bombs also. And it secures the strategic assets like cities, nuclear plants, and space facilities. It will never let any of the targets to hit the country's asset like cities, nuclear plants, and the space facilities. And it offers area denial over Pakistani and Chinese airspace, including coverage against J-20 fighters and naval threats. So which is one of the best feature, which is the role which is being played by this. And the seed denial also, it can detect the targets and it can give the denials to any of the deterrents. So and the mobility and integration, it is fully mobile, which can be easily carried to anywhere, and we can install and we can use it and into air defense network, and provides layered defense using varied missile types for multi-range interceptions. So long, short, and long to medium to long range can be used. Limitation, it has some limitation also. It is purely defensive system and lacks offensive strike capability. So it always, like, it does not what do you call, do anything offensive. It only defend. It will only defensive mechanism, not the offensive mechanism. So thus it does not have the capability of destroying anything, but it can only defend. So limited efficiency against the hypersonic glide vehicles. So it has a very limited efficiency against it. So thus so it has also had a few limitations. So yes. So let us understand the strategic importance of S-400 being in India. So first of all, this is a deterrence. It deters the regional adversities, especially with China and Pakistan. So in a the clear strategic way, you can consider S-400 is being specially placed for Pakistan. Whenever the Pakistan makes anything, any nuisances with the India, so it has already, the message has been passed to Pakistan that the S-400 can strike and destroy the Pakistan into pieces. So and Pakistan, the 400-kilometer range covers much of Pakistani airspace. So enforced no-fly zone, yes, and so almost it has a good coverage, nearly 600-kilometer coverage. So it, but the entire Pakistan covers within the 14, the airspace of the Pakistani covers within the range of 400 kilometers. So there, so our defense system can work, and it threatens the Pakistan. So and China counters J-20 stealth fighters, disrupts AWACS and refueling tankers, and yes, and defensive shield also. You can talk about the defensive skill, and it protects the major Indian cities like critical infrastructure like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and 30 plus cities under, and some assets also, like assets as in we have a nuclear plant, and we have a defense research centers and all. So we would this would safeguard all that. And the sea denial, it tracks the naval forces, Chinese aircraft carriers and Pak Navy ships from hundreds of kilometers. From the hundred of kilometers, it can track and it can detect, and it can try to it can deny the access to it. So yes, going forward. So, and as I told you, it was being used in Operation Sindoor against the Pakistan, and we were able to successfully neutralize all the threats from the Pakistan, and a message has been clearly passed to Pakistan that Pakistan is not at the stage of showing any of its power against India, because we have a good Sudarshan Chakra which can be performed against the Pakistan. So now S-400 combat debut and Operation Sindoor that happened, as I told you. So S-400 was deployed, and India strategically activated its S-400 during the May 2025 conflict with the Pakistan, and we were able to successfully defend ourselves, and the precision interceptions. So very precisely is hitting the target, and it is intercepting all the possible threats for the India, and neutralizing multiple incoming Pakistani missiles and drone threats. So they launched multiple drones and the missiles, but all the drones and the missiles were successfully neutralized, and no attacks were being recorded after the activation of S-400. And strategic asset protection, yes, we protected almost all the the strategical hubs like Jammu, Pathankot and Amritsar, where they tried doing the attacks by launching many missiles. And the damage prevention, yes, it is effectively prevented significant damages to vital national infrastructure. And operational validation, so it really got the good validations, marked India's first combat deployment of S-400, and yes, and it is a multi-target engagement, which is again the best part of it. And airspace dominance, So it's provided an impenetrable shield over the Indian airspace, securing critical region. So it will never let any of the threats to be penetrating Indian airspace because it is a shield for the air, and it is safeguarding all the way possible. Now let us understand the differences of S-400 and MIM 104 Patriot, which is USA made, and USA made of course, and HQ-19, which is China made, and what exactly the differences in this. So Russia, so S-400 is Russia made, and MIM is, as usual, as I told, USA made, and HQ-9 was made by China. And maximum engagement range up to 400 km, longest range capability with 40 N6 missiles, and what is it? So this is from 160 to 170 km. So the range is just 160 to 170 km, whereas India's S-400 is having 400 km with the longest range capability. And which a PAC-3 variant, so they can use the missiles which are PAC-3 variant, and China is having 125 km range, and out of all these three, so India's S-400 of Russia is being more stronger because it is having 400 kilometers longest coverage. Multi-target capacity, and it tracks 300 and engages 36 simultaneously. It can track up to 300 threats at a time, and it can neutralize the 36 simultaneously. But here it varies by variant, generally lower multi-engagement capacity. It does not have so much engagement capacity as S-400 has. So in China's HQ, it can track up to 100, but engages so only 6 to 8, and which is very least in the number, and which can't work upon. And now coming back to missile versatility, so it is comprehensive layered defense with the 4 missile types, but it is primarily PAC-2 and PAC-3, hit to kill focus for PAC-3, only 2, and here fewer missile types like mainly active and radar homing. So they don't have a lot of more options. So here distinct advantage of it is superior long range reach and unparalleled multi-target engagement capability that we have, and it is proven combat record. It has a good combat record because it is not defense, it is also offense. It is being used for offensive also. It is indigenous system effectively for regional air defense needs. Yes. So yes, this is all, and thank you so much. So stay tuned with the SLNS Academy, and going forward, so we will be coming up with the the important hot topics of the current affairs linking with the UPSC, and this section of the S-400 topic is highly relevant for your prelims as well as your mains in paper 2 international relations, and in paper 3 internal security. It plays a very crucial role. So take care. Thank you so much.